Right to the air is Willis. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we get this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Von Bell up to make the tackle. The Titans at 4-6 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and the losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A first down carry for Henry. And some room to run now. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
An extra point and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. Well, it turns turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw Willis. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs. But in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Willis to try again after the pick 6. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now Willis on 1st and 10. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
These two teams, the Bengals and Titans, you might remember they met in the divisional round of the playoffs last year, and that was a shocker. Titans seeded #1 at home, coming off the bye. They were upset by the upstart Bengals, 19-16 on a 35-degree January day in Nashville.
Right there.
On third down, it's Willis. Quick completion to Henry.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Willis steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So now out trots the former Bengal kicker, Randy Bullock, for the field goal.
Bullock's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11. 11 common. Stop.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Here's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Gun.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
They go play action with Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Steps away. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Willis.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Ready?
Going on 4th down. Here's Willis.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Past the 20. 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
42, Titans 10. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry.
113 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Play action. Willis.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And
just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's caught by Hooper.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
A 3rd and 2. Here's Willis.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
11 MT, paint.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
19 right.
Now Willis. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Willis now off of play action.
He's got Hooper on the short connection. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They go play action with Willis. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And it'll be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
11 mighty. They gotta go. Stop.
On 2nd and inches. Burrow. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
Gun.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Amani Hooker, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step.
And now here is another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
The 40. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On second down, here's Henry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
And he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On second and 10, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Open man downfield is Woods.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, 38 yards.
And the Titans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone, defense.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you win 2.
Without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Polnick's kick is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
They begin with a run by Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mix it up the middle. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
11 mighty.
Burrow looking to pass.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Mixon with a 1st down carry.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11, MT, tight.
Burrow will throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go, here we go.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
11, 12.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the...
And now here is another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
11. 11.
From the 17, Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
He was covered by Kevin Byard.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Well, CD, you understand what they were thinking there, obviously. They're down big, just looking for anything to grasp onto. But what happens is they throw the pick 6, the lead gets even bigger, and that kind of feels like the exclamation mark on a very impressive victory here.
And that's where you can see things really start to snowball, right? A lot of mistakes being made. They're down big. Now they're trying to get back into it. That gives those defenders more opportunities to take advantage of even more errant throws and extend this big lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Willis. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Right back to the air again with Willis. And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Gravity Ranger. Left wing 19. Read alert, read alert.
Willis, gotta have this one.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10.
And he fires one incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And he'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they love this ball.
Under pressure, they got him again. Trey Hendrickson dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game. And this one, won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get his 2nd sack earlier.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Gotta go.
Back to Mixon on second down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Fielded just inside the 20.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Titan football.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, Willis.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He's got Hooper on the out route.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about
it. Bullock good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear?